Cooking video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious little treat. It's a tiny square of nori fried in tempura batter and topped with a simple but delicious salmon tartare with little avocado bits. And this is a very simple thing to make, but it's so delicious. So I hope you give this a try and let's get going. Okay, I'm going to start off by making a simple spice mix, and for this I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of salt, followed by 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and then after that 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar and 2 tablespoons of garlic powder and 2 tablespoons of onion powder, followed by 2 tablespoons of ginger powder and a little bit of cayenne pepper to taste. Now basically it's just equal amounts of everything and then cayenne pepper to taste. Now here I'm just going to shake it up. And this makes your very simple spice mix that we're going to use later. So just keep this on the side until you need it later. Okay, now I'm going to move on to cutting some nori. Just slice the sheet into 3 equal bits, just like this. Then place them on top of each other. And you're just going to want to cut these in half. And this will make your nori sheets that you're going to use later. So keep these on the side for later. And now I'm going to move on to make some tempura batter mix. Simple, just take a bowl and you add 100 grams of ready-made tempura flour mix. I'll add a link in the description to where you can get that. And 150 milliliters of cold water. Then you just want to mix this up. And you don't have to mix it a lot, you can have little lumps and that will make beautiful little puffy bits in the tempura batter later. So just this will do. Perfect. Okay, and now you're going to dip the shiny side of your nori sheet into it. And make sure the other side doesn't get any batter on it. Then you put it into the deep fryer at 170 degrees Celsius, that's 338 degrees Fahrenheit. And you want to cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Just keep turning it over just like this. And make sure it becomes very crispy. You don't want to have a soft batter, you want to have it super crispy. So 2 to 3 minutes until it gets nice and crispy. Once it's super crispy, you want to take it out, place it on a paper towel just like this. And you want to sprinkle some of that spice mix over the crispy side first. Just a little pinch will do, and turn it over and add a tiny little pinch on the other side. Okay, so now that's ready, then you move on to the avocado. Just take the avocado, cut it and peel it. And now I'm going to want to slice this up into small little cubes. But to start with, I'm just going to slice it into thin sheets, just like this. Start at the top and work your way to the bottom. Okay, nearly there. Okay, so once you've sliced it into thin sheets, then you want to start dicing it up. So you start cutting this way and make sure that it doesn't stick to the knife. Try to keep it in the same place. And once you get through, you want to turn your knife 90 degrees and do a dice the other way. So again, you're just trying to get nice little cubes of avocado. Make sure your avocado is not too soft, otherwise they'll mush up. Now you want to add a little bit of lime juice and then just spread it around the avocado so that all of them are covered a little bit equally. And then you can store this up for later. So just place these into a bowl for later. Okay, just going to get all these nice little cubes of avocado in there. Alright, so now moving on to prepare some salmon tartare. Just take a slice of salmon like this. And you want to cut it lengthwise just like so, and then you want to turn your knife 90 degrees and dice it up the other way. Now you don't have to be very perfect with this, you just have to cut it up because later we're going to chop it up anyway. So just slice it into more or less cubes, and now you want to chop it up with your knife. Just hold your knife and put your fingers on the top and just chop like this, and keep chopping across it until you get the right texture of salmon tartare, which should look more or less like this. Once you've done that, you want to add a little bit of lime juice, followed by a tiny amount of soya sauce and a couple drops of sesame seed oil. And this is just a very simple seasoning for your salmon tartare. Okay, now just fold it in over itself to make sure that it's nice and mixed. Now you can do this on a cutting board like this, or if you feel more comfortable, do it in a bowl. Okay, now just put this in a bowl for later and move on to the next thing. We're going to take the tempura crispy nori and add some coriander leaves, followed by avocado, salmon tartare, and a couple bits of avocado on top. Then fill in some gaps with some sriracha hot sauce. Now if you don't like spicy, leave this out, and then add a couple of drops of kelpie mayonnaise just around the place, just to have a little bit of random deliciousness. Okay, and then you want to finish this off with a couple of sprinkles of chopped chives. And there we go, finished. Now you've got a delicious little treat you can enjoy. So there we go, now you know how to make this delicious little dish. But I urge you to try different combinations. You can change the topping to whatever you want. You could have it with different kinds of fish, say tuna or hamachi, whatever you want. Or you could even go a completely different way and you could use something that's not fish, like pulled pork with a robust sauce or a little bits of chicken. And you could change the avocado to little cucumber bits, or just experiment. Just make it your own, make it different. Now, the recipe I showed you is very delicious. You should give that a little try, but just feel free to try and experiment however you feel like. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so somewhere down below. And I appreciate a like. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.